Yo, what's mobbing with it? It's your boy MC. Top in the morning to y'all. I really pray that once again that you spend some time in the Word, give God your first fruits, equip yourself, to step out the house and deal with the crazy world we live in. With that said, bro, I want to get into Lamentations 3:22 through 24. This verse meant a lot to me, so let's get into the scripture, man. Lamentations 22. Because the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I'll wait on him. You know what? To be honest with y'all, man, when I was in prison, this is like literally one of the verses that grabbed me the most. For a long time, man, I was in a place of despair. I was in a place of, I didn't really care about myself because I didn't care about anything outside of myself. And I found myself literally in the depths of that despair. I never been suicidal. I never really thought about killing myself. But in hindsight, I can look back and see where my hope was so diminished that when opportunities came to fight the police or do something like that, I would volunteer, hands up, let's go. And it was like a subliminal way of just wanting to die, like suicide by cop, although I never really set out to do that. And, there's so many other ways that I live my life outside of anything, even close to scripture. And as the verse says, I should have been consumed 1,000 times over. But his love, it's his love that brought hope back into my life. Like, I can't explain to y'all some of the positions that I was in, some of the things that I saw, the darkness, man, and being totally detached and devoid of love and hope and not having it, like looking and not being able to see it anywhere in your life. But, when he came into my life, his timing is always right. And he came through. And when I think about these verses and the way that it worked in my life, because, well, honestly, if you go back, if you were to not just read the verses that I give you, but go through chapter 3, you would see the total despair that the writer was in and the bitter taste of gall in his mouth and being mocked all day and just so many things that were against him. And in the end, to know that each morning, because we serve a forgiving God, a loving, compassionate God, that we're not consumed and there's new hopes. And the final point, though, that I want to drill home is the last thing he says is, the Lord is my portion, therefore I wait on him. Some verses say, therefore my hope is in him. But I mean, think about that. The Lord is my portion, man, not a sliver, not a piece, not a part of him, but all of him. And when I truly understood that everything that God encompasses is mine for the taking, and all I got to do is ask, that's what I did, and it changed my life drastically. So I'm hoping that as whoever sees this video today, that you can, you might look out and see what I saw and see no hope in your situation. And your life might be in disarray and homies might be turning on you or your girlfriends might be backbiting or whatever. But, it's God that we have to turn to. And when we do, his compassions are immense. His faithfulness is unending. So I plead to you. We don't do this for fun. We don't push these messages daily just for the fun of it. We push it because we know the effect that God had in our life. So I urge you to dig in, seek the Lord, and grab all of him because his portion is yours. So keep it mobbing, man. We love y'all. Blessings.